Welcome back to Cars Review. And if you've ever looked at a Corvette and thought, what if this thing could actually fit my whole family without giving up a single drop of that legendary American muscle, then today is the day everything changes. The 2027 Corvette C9 SUV is here, and I am telling you right now, nothing in the luxury SUV market will ever be the same again. Let that sink in for a second. Corvette N
SUV. General Motors has just done
something that nobody saw coming, and the automotive world is still catching its breath. This is not a concept. This is not a rumor. This is the real thing, a full-size luxury performance SUV wearing the most iconic badge in American automotive history, and it looks absolutely stunning. From the very first moment you lay eyes on the C9 SUV, you know this is something different. GM's design team didn't just slap a Corvette badge on a random crossover and call it a day. No, they went back to the DNA that made the Corvette a legend, and they built an SUV around it. The aggressive low-slung roofline, the sharp quad taillights that are unmistakably Corvette, the wide sculpted body that looks like it's moving even when it's standing still. Every single line on this vehicle has a purpose, and every single line screams performance. Up front, you're getting a redesigned dual-port grille that channels serious airflow into what is an absolute monster of an engine bay. The LED headlights are razor-thin and pierce through the dark, like two laser beams cutting the night. The hood has functional vents, not decorative. Functional, because under that hood is something that demands serious cooling. We are going to get into that powertrain in just a moment. And trust me, you are not ready for those numbers. The stance on the C9 SUV is nothing short of aggressive. It sits wide, it sits low for an SUV, and it rides on massive 22-inch forged aluminum, wheels wrapped in performance tires that look like they mean serious business. This vehicle does not blend into traffic. It dominates it. Now compare this to what's already out there. The Lamborghini Urus costs over $200,000 to get anywhere close to this kind of performance character. The BMW X6 M looks sporty, but it doesn't carry the American legacy that this Corvette SUV brings to the table. And the Porsche Cayenne Turbo GT is impressive as that. Car simply does not hit like an American icon built in the USA. Now we are talking about what is living under that sculpted hood, and the numbers that General Motors has put together for the 2027 Corvette C9 SUV are genuinely jaw-dropping. Let's start with the engine. GM has dropped a hand-built supercharged 6.2-liter LT7 V8 into the C9 SUV, and this thing produces 750 horsepower and 7 to 15 pound-feet of torque straight from the factory. 750 horsepower in an SUV. That is not a typo. That is not a mistake. General Motors looked at the performance SUV segment and decided that half measures were simply not acceptable for a vehicle wearing the Corvette name. That power gets sent to all four wheels through a brand new 10-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission that shifts faster than you can blink. GM's new magnetic ride control 5.0 suspension system is standard on every single trim level, meaning this SUV reads the road surface 1,000 times per second and adjusts in real time to keep you planted, comfortable, and in complete control no matter what the road throws at you. Now let's talk about what those 750 horses actually do in the real world. The 2027 Corvette C9 SUV launches from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.1 seconds. 3.1 seconds in a full-size luxury SUV. To put that into perspective, that is quicker than a base Porsche Cayenne Turbo GT, and it absolutely destroys the Lamborghini Urus in straight line acceleration at a fraction of the price. The quarter mile comes up in 11.4 seconds, and the top speed is electronically limited to 180 miles per hour. 180 miles per hour in something you can take the kids to school in on a Tuesday morning. But here is what truly separates the C9 SUV from every performance SUV on the market right now. GM also offers an e-assist hybrid variant alongside the supercharged V8. The hybrid setup pairs a twin turbocharged 6.2-liter V8 with two electric motors to produce a combined output of 950 horsepower. 950 horsepower from a hybrid SUV, 0 to 60 in 2.7 seconds. That puts it in a category that frankly has never existed before in American automotive history. The braking system is equally serious. 6-piston Brembo calipers, up front and 4-piston units in the rear, clamp down on massive carbon ceramic rotors that bring this entire machine to a stop with authority and confidence every single time. Now we get to the part that truly seals the deal on the 2027 Corvette C9 SUV, because General Motors did not just build a performance monster and leave the inside as an afterthought. They went all in on the interior, the technology, and the overall ownership experience, and what they have created inside this cabin is nothing short of extraordinary. Step inside the C9 SUV and the first thing that hits you is the sheer quality of everything you see and touch. GM has lined this cabin with hand-stitched, semi-aniline leather across every surface that matters. The dashboard wraps around the driver in a cockpit-style layout that is clearly inspired by the C8 Corvette, but with the space and practicality that a modern luxury SUV demands. Carbon fiber trim pieces run throughout the interior, and you can spec real aluminum and open-pore wood accents depending on which trim level you choose. The driver gets a fully digital 14 2-inch curved instrument cluster that puts every critical performance metric right in the line of sight. Lap times, G-force readings, horsepower output, torque split between axles. It is all there in real time. Sitting right in the center of the dashboard is a 16.8-inch touchscreen infotainment display running GM's latest Ultifi software platform, which supports over-the-air updates, wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, and a built-in Google ecosystem that learns your preferences over time. The front seats are handcrafted GT performance buckets with 14-way power adjustment, active bolstering that tightens around you during hard cornering, heating, ventilation, and massage functions. The second row offers genuine 3-passenger comfort with its own 12-inch rear entertainment screens, 4-zone climate control, and enough legroom to satisfy even the tallest passengers on long highway drives. The C9 SUV also comes loaded with GM's Super Cruise hands-free highway driving system, a head-up display that projects navigation and speed directly onto the windshield, a 15-speaker Bose Performance Series audio system, night vision with pedestrian detection, and a full suite of advanced driver assistance technologies that keep you safe without ever feeling intrusive. Now let's talk about what all of this costs. The 2027 Corvette C9 SUV starts at $89,000 for the base trim. The Supercharged V8 Performance trim comes in at $112,000. And the range-topping E-Assist hybrid model with 950 horsepower carries a starting price of $138,000. Against the Lamborghini Urus, against the Porsche Cayenne Turbo GT, against anything Europe throws at this segment, the Corvette C9 SUV wins on performance per dollar every single time. This is American engineering at its absolute finest. And Cars Review will be covering every single update as this vehicle moves toward its official launch. Hit that subscribe button right now so you do not miss a single thing.